the Pepsi Boys present to you the Unsuccessful Podcast with your boy Jam.
And your boy Rev. And we have some special guests here today.
My name's Alan, also known as Jack F. Ripper. You can catch me on twitch.tv/Jack F. Ripper. And Marcus, just another brother.
We got a good one for y'all.
Ooh.
Damn.
That was nice.
That's nice. Oh, that's gonna come in good at the end of the
That's
recording.
crispy.
You might have to soundbite that one.
That's crispy.
Hey, we're gonna soundbite that one. We're gonna use that whenever we don't have
That's a clip. That's a clip. That's a clip.
Hey, yo, DJ, clip that.
30 seconds in.
All right, so for anyone that's new to our show, we have our seasons and episodes broken up into our viewers, our listeners, and our personal friends and families' favorite TV shows. And today, we have one for Tokyo Ghoul, which was requested and suggested by our very own guest, Mr. Jack F. Ripper over here. Now, we do have our socials. We have IG at the.unsuccessful.podcast. Mm-hmm. You can find us on Twitter at the.uns.pod. Facebook.com/unsuccessfulpod. TikTok at the.unsuccessful.podcast.
Coming soon. Coming soon.
Videos coming soon.
Videos coming soon.
But if you want to follow us so you can stay, ahead of the curve.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
We ain't gonna.
If you want to be a hipster, so to speak, go ahead.
Hey, you were there first.
You know
I get you.
Let them know.
I see you, J-Mo.
Let them know. Let them know. Speaking of J-Mo.
Oh, speaking of J-Mo.
We got
let them know.
We got a shout out.
Shout out. Let them know what we got from them.
I don't speak Spanish. So, no, that's already English. So, El Tarzan, that's still English. Tarzan.
Saw L and just thought it was Spanish.
It's the El Tarzan. How?
El Tarzan.
Tarzan.
El Clásico flavor.
Classical flavor.
So it's a dry rub that our very own MVP J-Mo is cooking up.
Yeah.
And he is in production to get these nutritional fact.
Yeah. He FDA certified.
FDA certified. Mm-hmm. He's already got the container. He's already got the seal.
Yeah. When we opened it.
Yeah.
When we opened it,
it's already open.
It had a seal on it, so he's legit with it. He's just,
if you go to Fiesta and whatever, you see
he's just waiting.
The ones you gotta bite off because you just can't with the fingernails.
No, this one came out real easy. This one, it took a little bit of effort. I'm not gonna lie.
Of course, it's a seal.
I was like,
slow flex.
I thought it was gonna come off super easy. I thought it was like, oh, this stuff's gonna suck, and I was like, oh, this legit. So I peeled it off, and I was like, oh, wow. I went for the whiff, and it got in my nose. And I was like, for the next 30 minutes or so.
Gave Jim a week off.
You know what I'm saying? But I put it in my food that night.
Tell him.
Delicious.
Tell him.
I didn't even put I didn't put no salt. I didn't put no pepper. I just put the El Clasico on. And it was delicious. Got a little bit of heartburn, but that's because I'm 30 and old. So that's just a personal issue. That has nothing to do with that in general.
However,
it could have been sriracha that did it to me. It could have anything. After 9 o'clock,
it's a little disclaimer. Does not cause heartburn.
You know what I'm saying? Does not cause heartburn. That's just health issues. Go see your local doctor.
Oh man, I did use it too. I used it the day after, and you had told me that that your whole experience about it, and you told me how much you liked it. I was like, all right, let me check. Let's see.
Let me see what you're going on.
Let's see if it's one of those. I put that shit on everything, and so I did just that. And guess where I put it?
On everything.
I put it on my ramen noodles.
I was just about to say some ramen.
Yeah,
bro. Hell yeah.
I put it on my popcorn the other day too. Yesterday. That's what it was. I put it on the popcorn. That popcorn was busting.
I know every bite you had a cough though.
No. This was like 3:00 in the afternoon. I was chilling.
It's prime time.
I was chilling.
It's prime time.
Like I said, 9 p.m. and later,
The feeding time.
I gotta make wise decisions at that point.
He pulls out some food and does the Riddick.
Hey, funny because the conflict does have fucking.
Yeah,
it's like prison layout.
It really is like a prison layout, bro.
The middle,
that shit looks just like a fucking.
You
jail,
walk outside
bro.
and one of them just like slams the door. You hear like 3 locks latching in.
Clank, clank, clank. Well, for those out there that are familiar with Tokyo Ghoul, today's episode is named Captivity, Season 1, Episode 7.
Yep.
Damn fucking straight.
Yep.
Just rubbing his face. Huh?
Now, I would like our resident guest, Mr. Jack F. Ripper, I would like you to explain the synopsis of that episode.
I'll be honest. I
The
don't remember.
the summary of the episode, you literally just told.
No, but that's not the episode.
Oh,
That's the season. Yeah,
that
that's
was.
the season.
Oh, okay. Well, regardless, it does have a little bit to do with the episode as far as like the theme of today's episode, which is mental health and the negative effects of people's actions. We have a couple personal experiences that we're gonna be bouncing off of each other, and at the end of it, in the middle of it, I know that we're gonna end up bouncing off and trailing on just things
Something
that we
else,
like, you know, as we always do.
Yeah.
And for the viewers out there, you can possibly find correlations and like connect the dots as to why we like what we like based on our personal experiences that we're going to share as far as mental health goes. So I don't know, it may play a part, it may not.
It may not.
It might just be coincidence. You don't know.
You never know.
But a little bit of homework for y'all.
Nah. No homework. No homework.
No homework?
No
Okay.
homework. He was capping.
It's
on
not
that.
graded, so it can't be labeled.
It's not homework. It's not homework. My listeners don't like homework. You
Damn straight.
know what I'm saying? I said, okay, we split the show into 2, right? There's my listeners and there's your listeners. My listeners don't like homework. Maybe your listeners like homework.
Bro, I don't like homework.
Okay then, don't give the listeners at home homework, bro. They don't want it.
No, you're right. Hey, you're right. And I'm wrong. I apologize.
So I can't give you like a synopsis of that episode. There's not much that I remember about it. It's been a couple years since I watched it, but the reason I recommended it, especially for episode 7, was that episode 7's name, Captivity, it can be interpreted in many different ways. You know, maybe you are in a situation where you are a captive of your situation, you just don't know it, right? And that kind of happens a lot with like people with mental issues, myself included, my brother's included, you know. But yeah, it's like I can't do that one, but I can tell you this is the first season and why it captured me so much, why I loved it going forward. Essentially, you know, you don't really find out a lot about the main character. He doesn't go home a lot. They make mention of it maybe once or twice throughout that season, and then at the end. And the biggest twist you find out is that the reason he was never going home, despite him saying he had a good life at home, his mom loved him and everything, was that it turned out that his mom was actually very physically abusive to him. And until he came to accept that, he could never grow as a person, or in this case, for the show, grow as a ghoul to someone who could save himself from his predicament at that time because he was being tortured.
Relatable.
Right. Like last episode.
So yeah,
you were talking about your mom whooping that ass.
Hey, bro. This is why we are best friends, because I was legit going to say that exact same thing. I was gonna say, for the listeners that listen to episode 6, y'all might find a little bit of similarities
I might
there.
recall the story of Jazz getting tossed and spanked in the air. That boy said, boom, pop, pop, and landed.
Hey, what were we saying last night? We were talking about we don't know whether or not he braced for the fall.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about it. I was like, in that situation, what do? You know, you just got tossed in the air. Do you grab your cheeks because you're in pain, or do you brace for the fall because you're about to hit the deck? What I'm saying, like, and I can't ask Jazz because I know he's not gonna remember.
You don't think he probably hit that Heisman Trophy stand?
Oh, he went for both. You know,
the one on the ass and the one for the crown. You know?
He's like, oh, maybe, you know. But,
Hey, that's why he's built like a linebacker now.
Hey,
That's
you
why
know,
He loves sports. You know, he trains.
Jazz got
training midair.
Jazz got put through the ringer for real.
He did.
That boy hit a suplex. Poor guy.
Poor guy. No, but no, it's fun thinking back on it. But at the time, no. Listen,
Explain that.
Hear me out. So it's fun thinking about bad stuff going like in your childhood because it's dead and gone. It's already done.
Right.
You're way past it.
Okay.
But then you look back at it in a different light. Obviously, in the moment, you feel like you didn't do whatever it is that you did. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Mm-hmm. But you can find, at the time, you cannot find the funny in that situation.
Okay.
But as you get older and time passes, you look back at it, got tossed in the air.
Yeah. Well, I
It's
remember
hilarious.
that.
Right.
But I don't think Jazz has no memories from California.
I mean, there are some things that I've blocked out.
You know,
for
To be
sure.
fair, yeah. Sometimes when it comes to traumatic, and you know, it might not be traumatic at the moment, but when something is traumatic, you don't even know that you blocked it out because you won't remember it.
Like, I mean, you just start to see more of what's normal, and I guess when you look back and see what was abnormal, your brain kind of just blocks it out.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I have.
But the worst thing you do is you try to dig it out, and then once you finally dig it out is when you start to feel those effects.
Do you think as I mean, we're both 4 grown ass men.
We're both 4. Hey, that's my job, bro. That's my job to fuck up, bro. That ain't your job.
It took me a minute to figure out. No, okay. We're all
right.
grown ass men.
Right.
My question is, do you think that as you get older, it's easier or harder to talk about stuff like this just on a regular? Like, let's say, like, obviously you and me, we talk about everything and anything.
Right.
But like just regular friends, just like regular guys that you're hanging out with, guys that you're just drinking beers with.
Pepsi. I don't drink.
What do you think?
I literally just had a conversation with my nephew Junior. I hadn't talked to him in I think 3 years now. How long have me and Laura been broken up?
Well, when we linked up, 2019, end of it or beginning of.
It's been a good minute since we had a conversation.
Yeah.
Just think of the pandemic.
Right.
You'll remember.
So-
2 years now. 3
Oh,
years.
3, right? So it's like I just was talking to him today, and he was telling me that this generation of kids growing up, we're the parents of these kids that are growing up, and I always talk about how soft my nieces and nephews are.
And you might have mentioned it once or twice
but
in an episode.
I never took into account who the parents of the people of my nephews and my nieces were, which is my brothers and sisters. And Junior explained to me, it's like, you're the parent. You guys are the parents now. So it's like, you guys are the one that made us soft. And I was like, God damn. You got me there. Yeah. I got no argument. And he was telling me that the kids now share their feelings with each other and it's okay. And I was like, well, shit. Bro, I didn't share my feelings until like fucking 2 years ago. I was 27. He's 15.
If I could add to that too, I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that the way we were raised and grown up, we were still at the butt end of the era of men have to take it
Yeah, be
and
tough.
quiet and, you know, like, just handle it.
Shoulder.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
realistically, you know, some of the older generation will see us as like weaker people for